Hi, it's Tanisha. Just giving you a quick update about the whole VIP kit process. I just finished doing another demo interview, hence the orange shirt. I'm just gonna try it one last time and just kind of see what happens with that. I was kind of contemplating whether or not to even do another video because there's been a little bit of like negativity in the comments. Um, yeah, my first video, there were some people going at it, which that's not what I did the video for. Um, I did it as a way to kind of inform you guys about my process, just like the other, not that I'm a teacher or VIP kid yet, but the other teachers, they're giving you like the pros and cons and, their process with their advices. That's all that I was doing is giving you guys advice because I did fail it and many people have failed it. So like I said, I didn't see any videos about people who had failed the process to, talk about, hey, I did this and this wrong to help other people out. And just, people were kind of nitpicking. Again, I mentioned in a previous video, people were like, oh, you're quiet. And it's like, that's me. I turned it on when it needs to be turned on, obviously, for the interview. And then my regular voice, doing a regular basic video, giving my advice. I'm not going to be over hyperactive. I'm just going to be me. So, and then I had someone else, I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just like, someone said, oh, well, how come you don't have stuff in the background? It's like, well, I'm not teaching. I'm just doing a video about my experience. So why would I have maps and stuff in the background? I'm not hired as a teacher yet. So I'm not going to have the decorative background. And then they brought up the lighting. It's like, again, I'm not teaching right now. I didn't do an interview with that lighting with no background. Obviously, I had props. I have my clapper here. I have my little, I did my own flashcards, did my own thing. I have my board here. I did all that. But if I'm doing a video about advice, I'm not going to have it all decorative and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, because some people, I guess, assume that when I did my interview, I had the dark lighting, that I didn't have enough energy. It's like, well, I'm not doing an interview right now, so I'm not going to be doing that with you guys. Um, yeah, it kind of got annoying, the nitpicking here and there. Like I said, I've gotten so many messages of support, like thank you. I help people get hired, which is awesome. So I was contemplating whether or not to even do any more updates. Like I said, I did a couple of demos. I don't know how that's gonna go. I actually just read something last night, which is very interesting on the Facebook VIP Kid page. Someone said that she talked to someone at VIP Kid, and even though they do recorded interviews now, one of the reps there said, well, we prefer if you do online, face to face, not face to face, like in person, not in person, interviews one on one. They prefer that you don't do the demo lessons, which was frustrating to the woman because she's like, well, I was preparing to do the recorded demo lesson. And most people, from what I've heard, they're very comfortable doing it because you don't have another person watching you. You're more comfortable, like, okay, let me just do this on my own. So, even though that's the new option to record your demo interview, they said that they kind of prefer if you do it with a person. So, I don't know. I mean, they have that as the options. I don't know why they would be like, oh, never mind, we prefer the other version. I have no clue. So, I'm just going to see what happens. If not, I mean, there are other options. I mean, I know I've had a couple people say, oh, well, maybe you shouldn't talk about that online, but it's like, this is my experience. Other, again, teachers that are hired, they have pros and cons about the company. They say kind of negative things about the company and they're still hired. I'm not really saying anything negative. I've said I wanted to work with the company, and this is my third time now applying for it. And like I said, again, if you haven't watched my other videos, please watch my other videos. There's plenty. I applied back in February. Took the whole month of February to do the whole interview process. A few weeks later, because I messed up on the final practical on the advanced lesson, I didn't do too well on the advanced lesson. I found out in April that you could reapply under another email. So instead of waiting 3 months, I reapplied under another email. I did a recorded demo, posted it on YouTube, and sent the link to them, and they didn't respond. Like 3 weeks later, I got no response, and then I couldn't log in on my email. So then now, they added a couple weeks ago the recorded tab, so you can set up the online interview with one-on-one, or set it up with do your own recorded demo. So I did that last week. They said I didn't make it to the next process, the next step, and I said, well, why? I never got a response because I said I made it all the way to the advanced lesson. So, yeah, I'm just gonna see what happens. Like I said, I am looking at other companies and, you know, see what happens with that. I mean, this is my experience and I'm gonna share it. I mean, I is someone from VIP Kid watching? Maybe. But again, there are a ton of teachers who are saying the pros and cons. I'm not hired by the company. So, I mean, and I'm not saying anything negative again. I'm just saying this is my process. You know, it is a little frustrating that I'm just hearing last night that they may not prefer that you do a recorded interview. If that's the case, then they shouldn't have that as an option. You know, like I said, I'm busting my butt along with other people trying to get hired by this company or whatever other company I've heard about. And, you know, studying constantly and all this stuff. And, you know, I really want to do this job. So, you know, I'll see what happens. Again, if you guys have any questions or any advice or, you know, constructive advice, don't write to me and say, oh, how come you didn't have a fancy background? Again, I'm not teaching. So I'm not doing that right now. Yeah, that's my update. I'll let you know if I moved on to the next step. I'm not sure. I'm not getting my hopes up, especially since from what I heard last night. So I'll see what happens. You know, if you guys are applying, good luck. If you guys have interviews soon, good luck. If you're teaching now, congratulations. Hope everything's going well. I'll talk to you later. Bye.